We started this week, as we do almost every week, by filling in a hole on Pauline. I don't know that we'll ever be entirely done patching things, but this particular old vent wasn't needed anymore, so we caulked and added an aluminum patch over the hole, and that pretty much sealed up the exterior as far as we know, so we were able to start on the interior wall skins.
Alright, it's time to put the walls in. So that means we need to clean them off, which means the perfect time to do that is while it's raining. So I laid them all out. That's the walls right there. So the guy we bought it from did put some labels on them, so I'm appreciative of that. So we'll just have to see how many of them we can use and whether or not we can figure out where they all go.
Jared started the process of cleaning off the walls by power washing the back sides of them and washing them down with a sponge and some Dawn dish soap. And then we also treated it with a mold treatment since they are about 47 years old and had been stored in a chicken coop prior to our purchasing them. So we've already got them flipped over, and as you can see, they're pretty disgusting. This is the side that's supposed to face into our home, and just for comparison, this is what it looks like on the side that Jared has washed. It's really wet, and so some dirt's still sticking to it, but compare that to this is what I am about to attempt. Jared said that the back side was just as bad when he got started, so hopefully it'll be much improved by the time we're done. Once we'd removed the preliminary layer of grime, we were able to bring the wall panels into the Airstream one at a time and start working on getting them ready to actually go up on the wall, which meant things like patching old holes or widening holes that needed to be bigger for our vent fan that went over the oven. This took longer than expected, which might as well be the motto of this project, but we did eventually get all the wall panels ready to go up onto the shell. Nothing is riveted in place yet. We've got everything up with Clecos right now. We have used every last one of our set of Clecos, but we have pretty much the whole curb side of the Airstream has walls in place now. As you can see, they're still really gross. We did what we could to hose them off, but honestly, you can't clean them when they're sitting on the ground. You got to get them up so you can really scrub them. So that's what we're going to do, and then we are going to do liquid sandpaper and 2 coats of primer and probably at least 2 coats of paint, and that should make them look a lot better.
Yeah.
I keep filming your chest. There we go.
The other thing is, are you still filming?
Yeah.
The other thing is that so much of this is not even going to be visible anyways.
Right, yeah.
Like, I mean, you think about, you've got countertop that's going to go up to right here. Over here, we have a floor to ceiling closet.
Right.
So much of this is actually not even going to be visible.
Basically, maybe from like that seam on that side, but then even when we put the walls in on this side, all of that's going to be covered up with bathroom and cabinets and pantry and everything else. So we are almost done putting the walls back up, and after that we'll have to do some prep work so that the paint will actually stick, but I do need to go ahead and pick a paint color because it's time to go and buy it. That's a really exciting moment. Let's just pause. It's time to buy paint. But with that being said, I bought some sample colors, but I don't want to put them straight up on the wall because since they're not prepped yet, that's just going to create a spot where it's really likely the paint's going to peel. So instead, I have a couple pieces of poster board, and I'm going to paint those, and then I can move them around to different spots in the Airstream and see how they look in different lighting and things like that. So hopefully that'll help me make that decision, although I'm looking at the little swatch on top and they look identical. White is white. I was really hoping to get a paint color with a fun name like Chantilly Lace or like White Dove or something like that, but I'm pretty sure that the name of these two paints are White and Super White, so just really on brand. We're getting back to it. This is the side that I started cleaning yesterday, and you can It may not look super clean, but then you compare it to that side and it's like, okay, yeah, there's a difference. We're really just cleaning it to get it to the place where paint will stick to it, because if there's a ton of dirt on it, obviously the paint's just gonna peel right off. So we're cleaning today, and then we'll start the process of getting the walls ready to paint. So liquid sandpaper, primer, etc. And this is going to be a learning process because I've personally never painted vinyl walls before. I don't think anyone in their right mind does, but that's what we've got to work with, so here we go. Okay, so this section behind me is probably one of the worst sections of the Airstream in terms of staining and grossness. So I'm about to get a fresh Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, because this one's kind of grody, and really put it to the test and see the before and after. I mean, wow. It is now officially my belief that if it doesn't come off with a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, it does not come off. It's still a little bit stained, which is understandable considering it's 47 years old, and seems to have been neglected for most of those 47 years. But it's a huge, huge improvement. I think we have a lot better chance of our paint actually sticking to this surface now. So we just stopped at Lowe's, just intending to look at some marble wall tiles to use in the shower, because our tile sample just came in, and when we were over in the vinyl marble wall tile section, we also saw some vinyl floor planks, and I really liked the color of them. We liked the look of them, and I was planning to just buy one as a sample, and that's when we realized they were on sale and they were 50% off, and they were exactly what we wanted, and they had exactly the number of boxes that we needed. So we just bought flooring. Check out our new flooring. Just kidding. This is roll sheet vinyl that we are going to put down directly on top of the plywood to create the base layer that we'll lay our real flooring on top of. It's only like 49 cents a square foot, so really cheap and a good way to create a nice waterproof barrier over the plywood. So I totally forgot to film today, but we put the end caps in, which officially marks the last piece of the walls going up. Jared is still working on securing the ceiling, and we're going back and putting in vinyl covered aluminum to fill in these patches, so it'll match the texture of the rest of the wall a little bit better. But I'm gonna call it, that is the walls in. We have already started on the next step, which you'll see in the next video, which is prepping the walls to be painted. But I think I'm gonna sign off here. Next step, painting the walls. Here's a preview of our real flooring, as well as the tile for our shower floor and the shower walls. Thank you for watching, and if you want to see more, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of our new videos. See you soon!